YouTube. I am Prepper Princess, the author of Living on Almost Nothing. If you are interested in purchasing my book, I will leave a link down in the description box below. I want to talk to you today about the importance of having backup off-grid power. Now, if you are a regular solar customer and you are on grid, you probably know that if there is a blackout or a planned brownout, you're more than likely not going to have the ability to stay powered up unless you have a switch, a specific type of switch. But we're living in a day and age where our power is getting more and more difficult. It's becoming so expensive that it's really, really hard to keep up with the bills. That is for the majority of the country and people in Europe and the UK. Things are getting crazy. It's stuff that I've never seen before in my entire life. I remember when I was a kid, I got my driver's license and I could fill up my tank for $9. That was an hour and a half's worth of work. Now it costs $90 to fill up a tank, and that is not an hour and a half worth of work. And the same goes for our power bills. It's getting more and more expensive. Now, if you have discretionary income, a slight amount, you want to make sure that you can take care of any unforeseeable future things that may happen. So if the grid goes down, if maybe you lose your job, but you still have some sort of emergency stuff that you need to use, maybe you've got dialysis or a CPAP machine, an electric wheelchair, something that you need to keep powered in order to stay healthy or mobile, then having an off-grid power source is absolutely essential in this day and age. Now, growing up, we never had any electricity problems. The electricity went out maybe once in my entire 30 years growing up, up till the age of 30, it went out maybe once. I moved to Arizona, it goes out 3-4 times a month. Like, seriously, it's crazy. I moved back here. Fortunately, we haven't had that problem yet, but it's not summertime yet. So we don't have all of those high peak hours in demand going on. And with people moving over to electric vehicles, Teslas and Nissan Leafs and stuff like that, it's going to put more and more demand on a grid that does not have the infrastructure capabilities of maintaining that type of population in terms of electricity. So I believe that in the next 5 years, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Maybe even over the next 10 years, it's going to get worse. And we all have to have our own backup power. So today, we're going to talk about one of the options that I have had the privilege of reviewing. And we're going to take a look at this unit, to go over the specifications, see what the unit actually looks like, what it's able to do, and then you can decide if this is the right unit for you. So let's get to it. All right. Had it on all day. Huh, Nala? Huh, Nala? It's powering the TV today. Yes. Oh, my baby. Hi. Oh, hi. Oh. Too many kisses. Too many kisses. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. My girl. Such a good puppy. Yes. So it worked very well last night during the ohm hours. And I was able to keep my whole living room going, including the TV, the modem, computer, laptop, and I was also charging my Vest battery pack as well as my cell phone. So it puts out a lot of power. I mean, if it can do my lawnmower, I mean, that's just crazy right there. So I'm really, really happy with this unit so far. The Marxon G1500 comes with a LiFePO 4-cell battery and is intended to last for 3,000 cycles to 80% capacity and will diminish additionally after that, but can still be used with a lower battery use than with pass-through solar generation. It has a capacity of 48 volts, 30 amp hours, and 1,404 watts. It weighs approximately 41 pounds and is FCC and UL certified. The G1500 can be connected to a parallel unit, doubling its battery capacity and increasing the output. This unit includes 4 AC outputs and has a total usage of 1,800 watts with a surge of 3,600 watts. The optimal operating temperatures are 68 to 86 degrees and optimal storage temperature between -4 and 113 degrees. The optimal discharge temperature is the same, and the charging temperature should be between 32 and 113 degrees. The unit has a fairly standard LCD display that mainly displays the percentage left on the battery, the amount of wattage that is being used, and the input wattage. Other features include the output frequency, DC output, USB indicator, emergency lighting, temperature warnings, input and output power, battery failure warning, error warnings, AC input, and fan indicator. Now that we have gone over the small amount of specifications of the unit, let's take a close look at the unit's display as well as what comes with the unit when it is shipped to you. So let's first go over what comes in the box. So here is the box, and what comes with it is obviously the unit, and then we've got the AC input, which will charge it. You just plug it in here, and then you plug it into your wall, and it gives it a full charge. And then we've got the car charger. So this is the car charger with the Anderson adapter, which is the red and black, and then the manual. One thing that I noticed about this unit right away is that it does not have an Anderson adapter, an MC4 to Anderson adapter, which comes with pretty much every unit I've ever reviewed except for this one. So that's something I'd really like to see the manufacturer include in the product. But just keep in mind that if you do choose this product and you have solar panels that have the MC4s, and most panels do, you're gonna need an MC4 to Anderson connector. And that is all that comes with it, is just the box, the unit, the two plugs, and the manual, which we will go over at the end of this video so that you know everything that I know. It is time for the most important test. Whenever the grid goes down, everybody always needs to take care of the refrigerator. And it is plugged in, and it is working just fine. That's right, I made chicken soup with my crock pot. Good stuff. And I keep Ready Whip for the dogs. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I use it too. Whatever. Hey, don't act like you don't like stick your mouth on the whipped cream thing and just, you know, yummy, delicious. But yeah, it's working great. Doing the refrigerator, I had no doubt in my mind after doing all of the yard work yesterday, using the weed trimmer, the blower, the lawnmower. I almost called it a lawn vacuum cleaner. The lawnmower, I knew that it would have absolutely no problem powering this giant, clunky, inefficient refrigerator. If you all watch my channel, you know that I like small refrigerators. It came with the house. What can I say? It's like 15 cubic feet, and I'm gonna downgrade, meaning I'm gonna get a smaller fridge when we remodel the kitchen here pretty soon. I turned in my taxes over a month ago, still waiting for them to get back to me, so we'll get that done. But oh, it just kicked on. I can hear it. So yeah, it's going, no prob. Good job, generator. Wanted to test this out. I am charging both of my e-bikes using about 295, 96, 97 watts. No problem. Got the ad motor and the e-spin. More bikes on the way. I'm super looking forward to it, but this Marxon is doing a really, really good job. This is a very easy to use unit. It's all dirty on top now because I did all my yard work. It ran the blower, the weed hedge trimmer, and the lawnmower. I was surprised it ran the lawnmower, and I mowed my whole lawn without any problems. So far it's doing really good. Got a few more tests to go. We have an ohm hour coming up tonight, which is where they ask you to shut off your electricity and they reward you with what are called, I think they're just called watts, and you can turn them in for gift cards. So tonight we're going to be testing this after I finish charging the e-bikes to see if it will power my living room, which I'm totally confident it will. Now we're just going to take a look at the unit itself. I do apologize, it's dirty. I have been using it to do all of my yard work. So it does work, a lawnmower, a blower, and a weed whacker / trimmer. So here's the one side. And then on the front, pretty simple display. So you just turn it on, you hold it for a couple seconds, and then it turns on. And then let me see if I can get the glare off for you. So yeah, it only used 6% for my entire backyard, which is a very large backyard. So you've got the LCD display. It shows the inputs on the top, the outputs on the bottom. It shows how many hours you've got left. It says 99 hours left, and how much battery capacity you have left, which is currently at 94%. You've got your fast charge, your type C, your USB 1 and 2, and then you've got more fast charge and type C's over here. You've got your AC inputs, 4 of them right here. Then down here, you've got parallel connection and grounding. So you've got those, and then there's nothing on this side. On the back, there we go. So on the back, this is where you plug in the plug that goes into your wall in order to charge the unit. And this is the Anderson adapter that you use to plug into either your car charger or your solar panels, but you will have to get an MC4 to Anderson adapter and make sure that the voltage is correct on the solar panels. And then overload protection. I didn't know it had that feature. So overload protection. Then you've got your car cigarette lighter, and over here you've got your emergency light. Let's see if it beeps or blinks for the SOS. It does. So if you're ever needing to flag somebody down, use the SOS on the light. Then you've got your fans here just to make sure that the unit stays nice and cool. And that is how the unit works. Very easy to do. Can't really do anything incorrectly. I always say it's like those things when you're a kid, those boxes that you put a star in one place, a triangle in another, a square in another, and a circle in another. You can't really do it incorrectly. So there you have it. And as per usual, we are going to go ahead and go over the user's manual. I always do this at the end of my videos because I always end up getting questions, and it's like, okay, if everybody always has questions, I'm just gonna put the manual at the end so it answers every question. You can pause it, you can zoom in on it and see if the information is in there. Otherwise, you'll have to contact the company themselves. So I really like this unit. It's very similar to, I would say, a Bluetti. And I had no problems. Like I said, it did all my yard work, and it ran the TV, ran the refrigerator. And the refrigerator, it ran for like 2 days, and it still was it only went down to like 40%. So it has a lot of battery capacity, and I'm really into a lot of battery capacity. Battery capacity is even more important than the input or the output, in my opinion, for those prolonged times when you may be out of electricity. It's really important to have that backup battery capacity. And this might be one of the units that I actually hang on to and use for my own personal off-grid solar. I do have solar on the house, but it's not off-grid, it's all grid tied. So if the electricity goes out, my electricity goes out. And I always like to have certain units on hand, and I like them to be in the 1500 watt range or more. That's just my personal preference, but not everybody has the same types of needs that I do. So just make sure you know what it is that you need and how long you need it for, and then you can purchase the right unit accordingly. And my dogs are playing in the background, so I do apologize. I promise you, even if they sound like they're killing each other, they're actually having fun. All right, folks, there you have it. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.